And good morning from North Powder, Oregon here. My name is Brett Thomas. I'm Field Operations Section Chief here on the Anthony Fire, and it's the 14th of July. And I'll give you a quick run around our map, talk about our accomplishments, and what our plans are for today. If you'll notice there, we actually have a bit of a plastic cover over the map, so somewhat indicative. We do have a little bit of light sprinkle occurring this morning here at camp, and we also received a little bit of that up on the incident itself. So it gives us some additional opportunities, and I'll certainly cover those as I go around this map. The configuration that we have across this incident, actually no change from yesterday. We're still running that same configuration across it. So I'm going to start down on the south end of the fire in Division India, and again that's really very close to the 73 road. A great day in there yesterday as well, where we continued to fortify that line that we put in that bumps up against that old fire scar there from Bear Butte from several years ago. Crews, along with quite a bit of water handling equipment, have been inserted, and as that line progresses east toward Division Delta, continues to be fortified. We're actually going to pump some more crews in there today to really kind of give us a pretty good lock on that. We're starting to gain quite a bit of confidence in that. Again, it's not done by any means in that part of the fire, but it's continues to kind of shape up for us quite well. I'm going to move over into what we're calling Division Delta. And again, that's a very, very key containment feature along the 7312. Quite a bit of the prep work we were able to kind of get a pretty firm handle on that yesterday with quite a bit of machine work along with a couple of crews. And at the same time that work continues on the 7312, bear in mind there's quite a bit of ingenuity and hard work occurring up tighter to that fire. Up interior, there's just a network of old roads in there that have existed on that landscape for quite a while. And so the crews are taking advantage of those old road beds, using dozers, etc. And they're pushing out to the north, and they were able to get that line connected into what's the 7315 road for any of the locals that may be familiar with that road system. And so that line is put into the 7315. And then, of course, today, the plan is to continue to kind of march around some of this area in here. It's there's quite a bit of line in there to kind of figure out, because it's not real even in there, and there's quite a few spots and stuff. But we've got the right resources committed in there, a couple crews along with some equipment, and they're trying to kind of noodle that out a bit up in Division Delta as they continue north. I'm going to bounce back around the map, actually over into Division Mike. Again, as I briefed you yesterday, the work here in Mike, up at kind of the original origin of the fire, back here at what we've kind of called the heel, the wedge. Some great work again. Some crews are in behind one of our Type 1 crews, one of the hotshot crews that has been pushing hard to the north. So we've been able to insert some additional hand crews in behind that hotshot crew. We've got some hose that we put in here. And this is, again, starting to kind of shape up pretty well in here. We're going to try and get some additional water handling equipment into this part of the fire today. I think an important note or important feature for us, we had a couple crews on this northwestern flank. We got in some decent scouting yesterday, and I think we've got an idea in here to continue as direct as we can with some hand lines. So again, as I mentioned earlier in the briefing, some of this weather that we have right now gives us an opportunity to get in tight along that. And so not saying that's going to be an easy task at all. It's very, very challenging terrain, pretty thick timber in there. But the crews that are going to come up from the bottom and also from the top, kind of formulating a plan to try and put some hand line in there. So we'll see. Again, we're hopeful that can continue for the next couple of operational shifts while we have a little bit of this lull in fire activity. Out in the front, if you will, out in the north part of the fire, for the most part, this has just been dealt with some aviation resources. So our pilots are helping us out there as we continue to use rotor aircraft to kind of keep this quelled down a bit, to continue to buy us some time. Certainly want to mention the fact that we continue in our contingency group to work very hard with that mechanized folks out on the 43 road and the 4380 road, as well as we try and stand up another group out there And that again is a very key control feature for us in the event. This direct option, if we have further challenges with that as the days come. So that contingency group again is working hard to put that tie in with existing fuel treatments that the forest has put together to try and give us this line that comes around to the north. So there's the I do want to mention certainly that we continue to have a presence out there at night. Last night obviously was very subdued out there, and so they were able to help us out with some mop up. But we will continue to have 24-hour coverage across this incident. And that's the operational update for today, and we'll certainly continue these in the coming days.